Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about how data collection has become a huge problem in our hyper-connected world. But before starting the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming videos. You never know how much information people may be collecting about you just by using these services, and it's really scary to think how much is being lost after it's collected. Data has been talked a lot about the past few years, with companies collecting and processing them in unethical ways. However, more and more companies have shown a greater interest in data ethics. The public's response to the data has been overwhelmingly negative. Unfortunately, the collection and processing of data has been pretty controversial, and there are many people questioning both how it's being used and how it was collected in the first place. As one of the most popular companies around, it's no wonder Google is being scrutinized for its data use. They might be in trouble with the Department of Justice as well. But are they any worse than other large technology companies? Recently, Scott Galloway had a podcast episode where he talked about how Facebook should be at the top of the list for understanding these problems more than any other company. Facebook has been in a lot of trouble lately, and this may not mean it deserves to stay there. Area of note include the company's interference in various elections and its harvesting of email contact information from people's personal contacts. Data security is a major issue nowadays, which is why data breaches have become all too common. In the past, companies like Adobe, Zynga, and Canva have been victims of them. Companies are not always acting in good faith with their users. The article is a great example of why getting ISO 27001 certification is important for any company handling any form of personal information. An ISO 27001 certification might sound like a lot of work, but it's worth it. Companies will need to invest in the program and do regular audits to ensure they don't weaken their security standards. The longer you hold on to your certification, the bigger the payoff will be for yourself and your company. While the past several years have been riddled with stories of data being used unethically, the past 2 months have shown the myriad ways data can be used for the good of everyone. A prime example of this is Apple and Google coming together to provide the technology for contact tracing around the current pandemic. This tracking would be voluntary and the data secure, but would help to identify hotspots and potential outbreaks of coronavirus so organizations and people can plan accordingly. We have also seen a great deal of open sharing of anonymized data during this pandemic. A great example of this is Withings, a maker of smart sleep, movement, and health monitoring equipment, which has started the data their devices gather to demonstrate the truth behind some widely accepted ideas of life in quarantine. For example, the company's data shows that most people aren't actually gaining weight, despite many memes suggesting otherwise. We are seeing private corporations and public institutions are making information available to one another in a way they never have previously. This benefits countless organizations and society in general, as we are able to find better ways to deal with the numerous problems that have arisen from the pandemic. Data can be a sensitive and controversial topic in the best of times. When bad actors violate the trust of users, it can damage the reputation of other organizations and give off the appearance that any large-scale collection of data is dangerous and unethical. But the truth is, when data is being used transparently and for the greater good of society, it can be a powerful tool in creating positive change that is supported by the public. Everyone is collecting data, and the latest example of that is Taco Bell, with their toll-free line, where they are trying to collect customer feedback. But this isn't a new trend. Facebook's been doing it for years, and Microsoft has been doing it as long as you've owned your computer. What are the consequences of privacy breaches, and how does the palm pre that records all your data fit in? There is no denying that data can really make a big difference. Fortune 500 companies have figured this out, and one of the keys to their success is understanding their market. They need to figure out what people do with their products, what they like about them, and how they can improve them. We hate cell phone booster spying, but it's one of the reasons these telecom giants are so successful. Cell phones constantly send data packets to cell towers, where they have service, and continue to do so even when you're not using them. Okay, this isn't too out of the ordinary. Your PC sends crash reports to Microsoft if you allow it to, and applications on my phone are always checking for new versions. No, this isn't that. What do you think? Not too out of the ordinary doesn't mean this is a normal thing. I'm not sure if you think the PC is crashing or not, but this is a good sign your computer is doing something it shouldn't be doing. I would recommend downloading a program to see if it can help identify what's going on. So, what's the problem? It was discovered that the phone sends a lot of private information to manufacturers/apps. It will tell them exactly where you are and what is going on with your apps. They also know other things like your phone's carrier and SIM card ID. Palm's privacy policy is super vague and doesn't mention that it may share your information with third parties without knowing. Is this going too far? Do phone manufacturers really need to know where we are at all times? What do they care? Is it for market research, and will they drop you a line when they catch you down in the Bahamas? While I don't know the full science behind it, I assume that this is just a way for them to gather more data. Maybe they just wanted to see what people are checking into, their geographical location, their social media posts, and their Facebook likes. It just feels like it might be going just a little too far. Fine, we would be glad to conduct a survey after you've owned the phone for a week. You can turn off location services on your phone when heading to the grocery store. So, this is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.